excited today because we haven't made one of these videos in a long time and things have been happening, dude. We're not really sure whether to refer to these as like coincidences or like psychic moments. We're not really sure what to call them. Yeah, we don't really know what's going on. Like, we're not spiritual enough to think it's like paranormal and meant to be, but we're not skeptic enough to think that it's just a coincidence. We have no idea what's happening, but either way, we are fired up about it. And we hope you are too. We have so many stories to share, and we're gonna get to those in a second, but first, we gotta talk about something. Something's happened. So in the last video we made talking about like coincidences and stuff, we made a few predictions at the end, and some of those predictions have come true. In the last video, I said, I predict that Nick Jonas's next album will be released September 2018. Now that didn't happen, but to be fair, he did release a single right at the end of August, which is pretty freaking close. Let's have a look at what I said. I predict that a big YouTuber will have some type of scandal this August. Now we're not gonna throw shade and become a drama channel all of a sudden, so we're not gonna name any names, but so many YouTubers had scandals in August. Most notably, remember this? Yeah, that happened in August. What? This is one of my favorites. I predict the rise of a new social media app very soon. Right after we posted that video, Dan and Phil started promoting a live streaming app called Rise, and the reason I'm so excited about this is because I name dropped the name of the app in the prediction. The rise of a new social media app. Also, not long after we made that video, TikTok blew the heck up. And lastly, I predict cow print is going to be a very big trend in the coming months. This one didn't actually come true, but to be fair, one of you guys sent us this on Twitter. So do with that information what you will. Stay tuned to the end of this video because we want to make some more predictions to see if they come true, but first, we got some more stories. Let's start with this one. We were having a conversation one day about Vine and how it was a shame because a lot of the people on Vine were actually really talented comedically and musically, and Vine wasn't really a good way of showcasing that. Well, that day, Thomas Sanders uploaded a video where his friend Joan mentioned that they never liked Vine because it was a waste of comedic and musical talent. One night I had a dream where a relative gifted us a blue shirt with a white logo on it. The next day, a different relative gave us this, a blue shirt with a white logo on it. This next one is from a really long time ago, but I completely forgot about it until now. So it's 2012, and the two of us had just started watching Dan and Phil's videos, and I remember one day I went on to Dan's Facebook page, and this was back when you can leave wall posts on people's pages. When I got there, the most recent wall post, out of all the 200,000 some people that liked Dan that it could have been from, was from somebody who went to school in the next town over from us. What are the odds? That's crazy! By the way, we tend to drop a lot of YouTubers' names in these types of videos, and we feel really weird about that, but most of these stories just happen to involve YouTubers. We watch a lot of YouTube, okay? Another oldie but goodie for you. Back in 2014, we were sledding with our family, and I had this undeniable urge to whip out the camera and film it. I don't even know what I wanted to do with the footage. I just needed to film it. So I convinced Ali to get out the camera, and we filmed our day. We went home, we edited it, it became our Wild Heart music video by the Vamps. That music video ended up being the first video we ever got to play on Dan and Phil's Request radio show back when that was a thing, and we've been making music videos for a while and trying really hard to get one of them on there, so the fact that this ended up being the video that made it, like, I don't know, just thinking back to that undeniable urge to film, it's like, I feel like now I know why that happened. I don't know, it just feels spooky to me. So there used to be this YouTuber who we used to love until one day we found out that they were a bit problematic. Now, being very young and confused at the time, we kept a hold of this person's merch because, you know, it meant something to us and we weren't quite ready to let go of it yet. We held on to it for years, and then one day we were cleaning out our closet and we came across this t-shirt and just thought, you know what? It's time. So we threw it away. And according to our Facebook memories, it was that very day, 4 years ago, that we'd originally learned that this person was problematic. I mean, what? That has to mean something, right? Another one for you. One day we were watching a new video from Molly Burke, and while we were watching it, our dog Jamie knocked on our bedroom door. Right after she did that, Molly said that earlier that day her guide dog Gallop had also knocked on her bedroom door. Now, our dog knocks on our door all the time, but what are the odds? Like, that timing though. Right, so I was taking a quiz online one day. It was something about go shopping at Lush and it'll tell you something about yourself, I don't know. But one question, it gave me 4 different bath bombs and made me pick between them. And they were all like really like pretty ones, except for this one, which was like really gray and dull. And I remember looking at it and thinking of Dan Howell and thinking, that looks like the Dan bath bomb, lol. The next day, Dan's Instagram story was him at Lush with that bath bomb and Phil saying that that's the Dan bath bomb, and his next story was him in the bath with that bath bomb. One day we were having a very passionate conversation about clickbait, and during said conversation, Dan and Phil Games uploaded a video called This Video is Clickbait, in which they play a board game called Clickbait. This next one's a bit silly, but one day I shared the Spotify link to Tessa Violet's song Crush on my Facebook page, because come on, that song's amazing. It turns out on that same day 7 years ago, I posted a screenshot of one of Christina Grimmie's videos being featured on the YouTube homepage, and right next to it was one of Tessa's old videos back in the day, and I just think that's so weird, because back then I had no idea who Tessa was. Fast forward 7 years later, now I'm sharing her music on my Facebook page. Okay, so our stepmom works at a school, and earlier this year her school's culinary class went off to some sort of culinary competition, I don't really know, but she's telling us about it, and she said they were making salmon bites and some sort of raspberry chocolate dessert, and right after she said that, I walked into the other room and the TV was on and there was this movie on, and the chef guy in the movie said he was preparing a salmon dish followed by a chocolate raspberry tart. One day, I mentioned to Macy that I wish Dan and/or Phil would release a fanny pack as merch because I wanted to wear shorts that didn't have pockets and still be able to carry my phone around, okay? Well, later that week, Dan came out with some new merch, including a fanny pack, or a body bag as he called it, but come on, it's a fanny pack! One night, we were randomly having a conversation about Phil's video, The Hand, and we were talking about all the different art styles in it. That next morning, I recalled dreaming about Harry Styles, but I had no idea the context. I just knew it had to do with Harry Styles. Then I check Instagram to see that Phil has posted that The Hand has been demonetized because of a drawing of Harry Styles' butt! What? My friend posted on Facebook one day about how a mosquito had bitten her on the eyelid, which had never happened to me before until later that day when a mosquito bit me on the eyelid. Because of course it did. Earlier this year, we made an appointment to chop all of our hair off, and one of the pictures I sent to our hairstylist as a reference was of Elise Eklund, and I specified that we just wanted the part, not the length of her hair. The next day, Elise uploads a video of her cutting her own hair to the length that we wanted ours. And to make it weirder, in that video, she says that if you're considering cutting your hair, that this is your sign, right after we just scheduled an appointment to cut our hair off. It gets weirder. Later that day, we decided to take some selfies on our new DSLR because we hadn't done that before. And later that day, It's Nomers posts a selfie on Instagram with the caption, "Does it count as a selfie if it's taken on a DSLR?" Another one for you. We were talking one day about all the live streams that the Jonas Brothers used to do on Cambio. Cambio was like this online magazine thing, and we were wondering whatever happened to Cambio because we haven't heard anything from them in a really long time. Well, I checked my Facebook, and the first post there was from Cambio, and it turns out that they posted for the first time on that day after not posting at all in over a year. Our cousin was in from Florida, and him, the two of us, and our mom got to talking about family, as you do, and someone brought up our other cousin, and we got to talking about her and her husband and her daughter, and then this silence fell over the room, and I think we were all thinking the same thing, which was, I wonder if they're gonna have another kid, but no one wanted to say that because that's kind of rude. The next day, that cousin announces that she's pregnant on Instagram. Alright, let's do one more. This one was very recent and very spooky. So I was talking with my friend Riley one night, and he was telling me about cosplay and how he likes to cosplay on TikTok. I was telling him that I've never heard of people cosplaying on TikTok, and I think that's really cool, and I've always wanted to cosplay as one of Thomas Sanders' characters. The next day, I get on Twitter, and I see this tweet about all the wonderful cosplay that's on TikTok. And guess who tweeted it? Just guess. Thomas Sanders! Aha! Alright, now let's make some more predictions and we'll see what happens. I predict that 2 of the 5 guys from One Direction will do some type of collaboration next year. Only 2 of them. I predict that Dan and/or Phil are going to be launching a podcast soon. I predict that stories will be coming to Twitter next spring. I predict that a very famous country music singer will come out in some way in the next year. Thanks so much for watching this video, and please, if you have any psychic coincidence stories of your own, leave them down in the comments because we love this type of stuff. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you're new to our channel, you can subscribe, ding our notification bell if you want to find out when we post new videos, and if you want to spend some more time with us, feel free to follow us on all of our social medias as well. Also, if you want to check out our Patreon to find out how you can support these videos, then we're going to put that down there too. Thank you so much for watching our videos. It means a lot to us. Hope you're feeling dandy, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!